Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I want to thank Labor Notes for the kind invitation. This is my first time here, and wow, is this an unbelievable crowd. Now, a couple of ground rules. Number one, I have zero artistic ability like my friend right here. And I'm certain that they didn't bring an interpreter from Boston to interpret how I speak. So let's get that right out of the way. So listen, I'm a fourth-generation Teamster. I've been in the Teamsters Union for 32 years. So if you do the math, I got in when I was 3 years old, right? But the reality of it, being a fourth-generation Teamster, and I'm the only one who's ever held office in the Teamsters Union, I got a great opportunity firsthand to look at what it takes to be a good trade unionist and to be a great Teamster. And I'm very proud of my background, very proud of the Teamsters Union, and I want to give a shout out to all the Teamsters in the house. And I've never been so proud of what we accomplished as Teamsters. We took over the most powerful union, most controversial union in the country, representing 1.2 million members, and that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the power of the rank and file being involved in your union. Now, a victory, once you win, whether it's an election, once you win an organizing drive, it does not end there. Because in an election, you make a lot of promises, you make a lot of commitments, and you have to deliver on those promises and those commitments. And you have to be true to yourself, true to your word, and true to the cause. And that cause for us is to make certain that we protect, preserve, and improve working conditions for everybody covered under our unions. The tough part for us is we don't come from rich backgrounds like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, or Sergeant Schultz. Shout out to my Starbucks workers over here. Thank you for having the courage and conviction to stand up to the boss. Thank you. Now, let's get back to the Three Stooges who actually think they control this company. They were born on third base, and they actually think they hit a triple to get there. They are a disgrace when our members are clawing and scratching to provide a living so that they can put food on the table, give a better opportunity to children, give a better life, get a better life, maybe send them to college. And this fool from Amazon who, my man, Chris Big Ball Smalls, right? Took on and was the first location organized within the entire country. But it's not about the leadership. It's about the rank and file. It's about boots on the ground. It's about putting courage and conviction. It's about the workers in Amazon. Great job at Amazon. Great job at Amazon. Now these fools that I talk about, Bezos, Musk, Sergeant Schultz, they need to be held accountable. They need to make certain that they understand we do not have the money. We may not have the power. But the one thing we have courage, conviction, intestinal fortitude to take this fight to the street. Are you ready to take this fight to the street? Now, they're not the only white-collar crime syndicate I'm going to talk about tonight, because they are white-collar criminals. The way they treat their workers, the way they abuse some of our members. If we ever did that in the street as citizens, we would be put in jail and charged accordingly. Well, I got news for those three clowns. Because, you know, the one thing is, I see all these people in here. This is a great crowd, very diverse crowd. It's not against black or white. It's not against left or right. It's about the power of collaboration to truly effectuate change in this country. And that change starts tonight when we mobilize. When we mobilize, we strategize, we organize, but most importantly, we pulverize. Now, we have another problem. We talked about the pandemic. You heard all about it. And everybody in here, what I would imagine is essential worker. I know the majority of my members were essential workers, and they provided goods and services to keep this country moving through our most difficult times, whether it was shipping freight, whether it was making certain grocery shelves were stocked, making certain we got all the essential needs that were wanted to survive in that pandemic. And all the while, these big corporations, these white-collar crime syndicates, their profits kept going up and our wages kept going down. And the media was focused on paying patronage to the essential workers, to the heroes. Well, we don't want to be called essential workers. We don't want to be called heroes. We want to reap what we provided. And moving forward, we are not going to accept what they give us. We are going to take and demand what we're worth. And that's only going to happen. That is only going to happen when we are walking in one direction, one vision, one mission. We're a country that once was envied because we were united as a country. We have never been so divided right now. We've got these corruptible politicians in Washington not supporting the people who built the United States, and that is the middle class. Our mission moving forward is not only do we have to hold these white-collar crime syndicates, corporate America, accountable, but we need to hold these crooked politicians who want to strip our rights away, who want to take money from these big corporations, do not want to reward our workers. Our time is now. The fight has to happen on the street. My sister, you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? My brother, you ready to fight? Well, listen, it's simple. It is very simple moving forward. We can't do it as individuals. We've got to do it as a team. We got to make certain that when we're going out there and we're fighting for contracts like we're going to do at United Parcel Service, and we're going to make certain that we negotiate the best agreement with zero concessions. We are going to put that company on its knees if it needs to happen, and that is going to invigorate the workforce. Now look, we've got to take the fight on. We got to get grimy. We got to get gritty, right? And we've got to sacrifice. There's going to be a lot of sacrifices. And we sometimes have to be a little bit creative and a little bit powerful. And some people, like corporate America and these politicians, need to feel a little pain. They need to feel a little pain, right? And I have a motto. As a union leader, pretty much the neighborhood I grew up in, which was riddled with controversy and always disputes, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission, right? So I have a message. First off, everybody in this room, every labor organization, every rank and file member, every leader, I just want to tell you right now, Teamsters Local, 1.2 million strong, has your back and will always have your back. But I've got a message. white-collar crime syndicates in corporate America, for those crooked politicians that don't want to listen and respect where we're coming from, right? 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 It's gonna get bloody. It's gonna get painful. So ice up. And secondly, when you take one of us on, you take all of us on. And I'll say this. When you come to the fight with organized labor, if you are corporate America and you want to take us on, or you're a crooked, corruptible politician, put your helmets on, buckle your chin straps. It's a full contact sport.